going on in the Loop, fans? So, we are at Animal Kingdom today for something a little different than normally gets done, as those people run out of the shot here. People always wonder, what is the difference between a theme park and an amusement park? And a lot of it is the detailed immersion theming and Easter eggs that come around the park. So that's what we're about to show you. Mostly from Africa and Asia, but a couple of things here and there in between that we're going to find. So come on in and we'll show you some fun hidden things here at Animal Kingdom.
Thumbs up for safety.
Thumbs up. Alright, so pretty much we'll start our tour here in Asia.
Which is really Southeast Asia, not China or Japan or anything like that.
I mean, because those are represented in Epcot, so it wouldn't be fair if they got represented twice.
So I don't know why, they should have put Southeast Asia here, but I think the normal people who are from the Joe Schmo who comes in here probably won't know what that is.
Well, I mean, your other problem is you got these giant lanterns that if you're at Southeast Asia, it would be blocked.
Cover up, yeah.
Alright, let's go inside and see what we can find.
Look at it.
Alright, so y'all have probably been on Expedition Everest. Didn't know there were things hidden in there? Well, what do we got?
So right underneath the banner of Expedition Everest, there's a beware sign, and it says Legend of the Forbidden Mountain, and that's basically showing the full name. So it's like they have a beware sign, and then the proprietors of Expedition Everest, Rob and Norbu, posted their sign in front of it, saying, hey, come take our Everest tour. But then the locals are like, no, don't do it, because of the Yeti is real. So yeah, so that's the full name over there, but most people don't see the Legend of Forbidden Mountain down there. So, the company here is Himalayan Escapes, which is basically a company that takes guests up to Everest. So these two entrepreneurs named Rob and Norbu. Rob is from Sydney, Australia. Norbu is a local here. And they found an old tea train that would take you up to the mountain. But in order to do that, you have to go through the Forbidden Mountain, which is where the Yeti lives. And so now that's what we're going to do. And the difference between FastPass and Standby is in Standby line, I believe you're going through Rob's place, and FastPass, I believe it's probably Norbu. And basically, when you go through Standby, you have to go through the entire process. Since you don't have a ticket or anything, like an early reservation, you have to go through everything to get all your gear and everything. And in FastPass, you already have your stuff, so everything's already prepared, so everything's all abbreviated and stuff like that. And there's subtle hints in there to figure out whose office is whose. So, yeah. All right. Okay, so it's hard to see, but way in the back on the pinboard, there's a hidden Mickey between the left two pieces. So it's right there. That's a hidden Mickey. It's unofficial because it's, the ears are the same proportions. So this is, I was mistaken, this is Norbu's office. It's off the other side. And right over here, that ladder that goes up there, that is an Imagineer walked through basically one of the Sherpa's houses and saw that ladder, and he's like, I have to buy it off you, and he did. Over on the other side, on top of this building here, that's a picture of our Rajas, or kings of the places of Anandapore. Right now. Oh, wait, no, this is Norbu's. This is Rob's office. So right down there, you can see the picture of the Sydney Opera House and his wife sending warm greetings. So this is Norbu's. I mean, Rob's. I was right originally.
Make up your mind.
So yeah. Okay, so this is a shrine of the Yeti here, and what's weird is that the visitors are throwing money in there, which is not normal, because in Asia we don't really offer money. We actually offer fruit and food and stuff like that. And right over here, all these bells that line this temple, if you play them going along the entire thing, supposedly it plays the Small World theme, and they're really loud. So this temple over here was actually made by Tibetan monks in pieces. So, and they shipped them here separately. And basically when it got here, we didn't tell the Tibetan monks here about this, but we actually aged it by basically putting a hatchet to it and stuff like that. So everything here is authentic. That's what I love about Everest. Almost everything you're seeing here is actually from Nepal or the summit of Everest.
Including the speaker?
Yes, yeah, exactly. They actually transported that from over there, and even the even the gear. So a lot of supposedly the gear, the Imagineers actually sat down at the base of the camp and basically came over and waited for people coming down. They're like, hey, you guys are done with your walk up there. Do you want your gear still? They're like, no. It's like, okay, we'll take it. And right over here inside, this is a shrine of the Yeti, and you can see how she's
the shrine of the silver monkey.
You can see how she's in a defensive pose, and her other hand is holding up the mountain. So she's not trying to kill you or anything, she's trying to protect her mountain. Because she knows that she's seen what humans can do to other places they've been to, with causing pollution and everything. So that's why you see that she's in the, almost like a defensive Heisman stance, protecting her mountain instead of... Yeah.
Alright, so we are in the tea garden, sort of extended queue at Everest. What is this?
That is actually real tea. I'm not sure which kind though, but please don't pick it. People always do.
I didn't know tea came from a bush.
Yeah, it certainly did, yeah. It's just not well groomed here.
Huh. Interesting. I guess I would have never thought what tea came from, but I guess it comes from a bush.
Tea leaves.
When it comes to tea leaves,
a tea tree?
I guess I thought it was a tea tree.
Yeah, that's true. That could be. Yeah.
I assume tea bags didn't come from the ground.
Yeah.
Or they didn't just flop out.
It's actually part of the taproot. Yeah.
But it's the tea garden. That's real tea.
Okay, so now we are in the gear shop, and all the gears up. You can see some Anandapore and Zong shirts. Anandapore is the country we're in, and the other side where Cali River Rapids is. Zong is the city that we're in right now. There's a little hidden Mickey right over here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of hard. But this Yeti right here is wearing Mickey ears inside there. Alright, right here there's a hidden Mickey, and there's another picture of the king and queen, and that is probably the most gruesome picture you're gonna see at Disney World.
What is going on?
Exactly, yeah. Whatever it is, it's not good.
The thing that really amuses me about this queue line, really unthemed, but that sign right there, everything that's on it is what I had to bring when I went to Yellowstone to go hang out in the wilderness. And here, that's what we need to climb.
Exactly.
And so it's like a mountain or like just a national park.
Exactly, yeah. So now we are currently in the Yeti Museum. It is the Yeti Museum. It's a old tea, basically storage room, converted to a museum. And this is our Yeti curator. He's actually an Imagineer. You can see some of the credentials and everything. And you can see here, that's that Yeti again in the defensive position, trying to protect his mountain from us. And you can see all the weird wiring all around because they're, just got introduced to electricity. And you can see, we can't see it here, but in certain areas where they have like sockets, they actually painted it red because it's kind of like they're not sure exactly what it is. They don't really 100% understand it, and they actually have basically like they're basically kind of like painting it red to ward off any evil spirits that may come from it, and maybe cause a fire or something. So it's very intricate theming over here. And there's that Yeti in a defensive position again.
And this appears to be a naked person.
I think it's Clint Novak, maybe.
A naked Clint Novak? Yeah, there it is.
Looks just like him.
Yeah. He's just missing the beanie hat.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why he's covering up his head.
Yep.
He's like, no, don't film me, I don't have my beanie hat on.
Alright, so this is, as you can see, the old tea company that used to be here is the Royal Anandapore Tea Company. And this was that same tea warehouse. Right over here is the Mystery of the Lost Expedition. And there's a few cool things here to talk about. That thing right here, this lamp, has a hidden Mickey, so you guys see like that is the ear, and the face, kind of like, so the Yeti kind of so happened to bash that into a hidden Mickey. And same with this teapot here, so head, ear, and over here is what the breaker boxes that I was mentioning, how they painted in religious symbols and stuff like that, so it's like, oh no, don't burn this place down and stuff like that. Here's some of the masks the traditional masks that are inspired by the local animals and the Yeti that they wear.
Deer.
I have no idea, but he looks pretty angry. Maybe angry that lightning rod has been delayed. And here are some of the prints that animals made. And you can see, where is it? Right over here. It just so happened to make a hidden Mickey. And some poop. And this was actually added later on. It was actually a special they had in one of the, I don't know, Nat Geo or something that they added later. And right over here, this is something that's not real. So this Yeti footprint, and you can see some of the people are holding, you know, kind of basically where they found it. Now, actually, where all these photos were taken was actually right behind Cali River Rapids. So a little fun fact for you there. So at the end of the museum, you get this note saying basically, out of all the evidence shown that the Yeti is real, and to all warning, you risk the wrath of the Yeti. And right over here is a note from Bob and Norbu, basically saying the opinions expressed by the Yeti Museum no way reflects the views of the owners and operations of that tour group. So it's basically saying ignore everything, please come and, you know, do the rest of the tour up to the Everest. So all these people here, they're all the Sherpas that help the Imagineers out. And right over here is a hidden Mickey. You kind of see the face, ears, and there's a triangle thing there for the sorcerer hat. So these are all everyone that was the local population, the Sherpas and everything that helped them out as they were exploring and basically doing some research on the mountain and everything. The Forbidden Mountain.
Right, and we were looking for a hidden Mickey.
Yes, it is right up there. See it right there?
Yeah, I saw it. I don't know if I saw it on my camera, so I'm gonna have to point it out to you guys.
Avatar Land update.
Woo, Avatar Land.
Still under construction.
Anyway, so this is take 2 for the hidden Mickey in case I missed it the first time. It's right there. Got it. So kind of neat, this is your safety railing here, so during a knee stop or a downtime, this is going to pop up, so that way you don't fall to your death. Alright, so this is what I'm here to show you, is this track switch here. And that is how we now go backwards. Alright, so if you look out here, the track is switching. And that's how we now will be going forward.
There's the Yeti.
Let's go, Yeti! This looks like we're in another office.
Yep, and so we are now in the FastPass line, and this is the opposite other side, and you can actually see it's connected right over there. You know, so you're in the same building, you know, it's just separated by a wall. And this is Norbu's office. You can see some of his family members on the wall over there. Yeah. Lots of children.
Those are his children.
Yeah. His grandpa. Maybe his wife. I don't know.
Maybe it's his secret lover.
Oh, it could be. It could be.
That's his work wife.
His work wife. His mistress.
Yeah.
So right now we are in that little FastPass queue in their shop area where you get all the gear, and there's a little hidden Mickey, or not hidden Mickey, a little Easter egg right underneath that statue.
Imagineering.
Yep.
Look at that zoom. And this is where all the hats and things are. If you were curious.
So it's basically the FastPass version is an abbreviated version of the standby queue. So everything's much smaller and shorter, and no tea garden.
But there's plenty of tea.
Yeah.
Is this tea? No, those are just regular bushes?
I have no idea.
Could you make tea out of regular bushes?
Yeah, you could try. Yeah. And you can see the smoke.
Over there, guys, you know what those are? Common folk.
Oh yeah.
Because they don't have FastPass.
They don't have FastPass because that's why they have to go through the entire process. They don't have reservations for the tour.
Yeah, we have a reservation.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's for 10 o'clock.
Yep.
So I offer the gap between people here. Something that I think is really neat and interesting here at Everest is the smoke effect that comes in back in train. Like train parts, there's smoke.
And also the mechanism for the smoke is actually on the other side of the track. That makes the smoke.
And it just looks like steam.
Yeah, exactly. It works.
And this thing kind of neat from a ride nerd standpoint. This light up here tells the operators when they're taking too long. You see it's blinking there, and then it's blinking again.
So the left side is good.
And then
now the right side is good.
The train's going out. Oh. Hot steam.
That's where it comes out.
That's where it comes out from.
So this is the exit gift shop for Expedition Everest, and out in real life Tibet, there's wood is very sparse out there. So a business shows its wealth by placing all the excess wood they have on top of the building. So the more wood you have on top of your building, the more successful you are. So that's why this shop is very successful.
Yeah, it's at Walt Disney World.
Exactly.
And, little plushies are like $40.
Well, and there used to be a stand on the other side over here, but Rivers of Life is here, so that's gone. But you didn't have as much wood on top of it.
A little bit of wood up there.
Yeah, a little bit. So this is the new bar that was changed from FastPass distro, and you can see the wood on top of there. Not as much as the exit gift shop, so they're not doing as well.
Which shocks me because it's a bar.
Exactly, yeah. And these are prayer flags over here, and each of them, they believe that when the wind blows, they blow up prayers in the wind. And each of these prayer flags have like designs and mostly animals. So right now we're praying for these animals. Some of them are extinct, some of them are mythical, some of them are endangered. So we're praying for the well-being and stuff like that, and of the animals. So yeah, hence Animal Kingdom. And this right over here, this is actually animal dung. So what happened was they basically splat their hand here, and it's actually used for like stuff like insulation and everything. You know.
You just high-fived some poop.
I just did, yeah. Unfortunately, now I have to wash my hands because everything here is covered in germs around the world.
So you remember that railing I was talking about? There it is. So Everest is down because you've got their evac railing up like that, right on the lift.
So if you're ever walking and you see a railing on B-lift like that, that's how you know it's down or 101. So this tree over here looks like a tree with a palm tree growing through it. Apparently an Imagineer was driving in Florida somewhere, and he saw this in some guy's yard and actually knocked on his door and said, "Hey, can I buy this from you?" And he was like, "Okay." So now it's here. So it's a tree within a tree. It's pretty cool.
So we got this truck. You want one?
So this is a ice cream truck over here. It was a traveling ice cream truck going around a place, you know, selling ice cream, probably playing its music, you know. But it broke down at this very specific spot right in front of Expedition Everest.
That's the mountain right there.
The owner had realized, holy crap, that they actually made more money here than they did traveling around. So he actually stayed here. I had to see the tools that were here, like he tried to, you know, fix up this truck.
Look at this. This wheel is.
And its wheel's bent too, yeah.
It's like.
Exactly, yeah.
Bent.
And right to your left over here, this is supposedly the most expensive Disney World restaurant. Not restaurant.
What kind of restaurant are you eating at? This is a pooper.
Yeah, the most expensive Disney World restroom in the world, because everything here is actually authentic. The wood was actually shipped from Nepal, supposedly the gear from Nepal, from real, all the gear made to the Everest, the summit of Everest. And yeah, and apparently, if you listen to the background area, it's every now and then you hear some conversations, and there's a loop that's apparently an interview with Joe Rogan. But I haven't sat here long enough to listen to it. And he is the basically the chief Imagineer of Animal Kingdom, and Everest is his baby.
He's got lots of earrings.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is something that got brought to my attention. I think it's really neat. You want to go ahead and explain this story?
Yeah. So the Yeti Palace Hotel, opening next season, which is always going to be opening next season, is always under construction. And what's really cool is every few months or so, Imagineers or whoever will actually come here and move things around. So there are days where, there were some times where I came here that the little tractor thing was gone. Sometimes there would be bikes just hanging, leaning on the side of the building. Some of the, everything just kind of shuffles around every few months or so. So it's pretty interesting.
Can we pick up these bricks? Do you think they're...
I think so.
Nope, they are. They are as glued down as it gets.
Pretty hard to build a hotel with bricks like that are already cemented in place.
But it's probably a good thing someone doesn't pick this brick up and bash someone on the head.
Exactly. Looks like someone already did over there, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's no bueno.
Some of the glue over there.
And look how broken that one is. That one definitely got hit. Somebody got hit in the head with it.
Yep. All right, so right now, what happened? We are right now in Anandapore, which is the other city of than Circazong, but still in the city of Anandapore, which is weird because the city and the country name is the same. But right now, this is a temple over here that they're doing some restorations on, and some white-cheeked gibbons actually moved in, and we're like, oh well, let's let them live here. And the same with the Siamangs on the other side over there as well. And, and they are not monkeys because they don't have tails. They are lesser apes, and everyone thinks they're monkeys. And one of them has a little baby who was born roughly a little bit over a week ago. But she's hanging around her chest, and it's
this one right here.
Yeah.
As I zoom in right into the sun for you.
Yeah.
There you go.
So here at Anandapore, you can see some tire marks from bikes and some little feet prints over here. I don't know who made this. Yeah, I don't know who made the feet prints.
Little Timmy.
Yeah, maybe. But over at Circazong, which is where Expedition Everest is, you won't see any of those because it's more of a rocky terrain, and obviously you're not gonna see little kids running barefoot in the snow. So this is the Maharaja Jungle Trek. We're gonna go.
I like to call it the other trail.
It's the main trail.
It's the other one.
Yeah. So anyway, this is a royal forest. Nandapur used to have 4 Rajas, which are kings, and we'll see more. We'll talk more about them later. And in the meantime, we'll talk about it now. One of them was a hunter, so this was his royal forest where he hunted, his hunting grounds. He got eaten by a tiger. He was trying to hunt. You'll see that later on. The other Raja was more of a hermit, didn't really do anything. Third one, he kind of built all of the temples you're gonna see inside, the ruins. And the fourth one actually was the one that opened the area to ecotourism. So kind of like, inviting everyone to go see the animals of the royal forest. And we mostly have Southeast Asian animals here, and sometimes animals from other places because they like exotic animals because they're kings. And right inside over here, you can see the Anandapore Royal Forest.
How's it going?
And right over here.
In the newspapers.
Yeah, in the newspaper on the top. I don't know if you can see it.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
Okay. I'll take over.
All right.
So a little hidden thing over here is a hidden Maleficent. Right there. So you might not have noticed that because no one ever looks up when they come in. And now we're in.
All right, something amazing that you're all going to be really happy about. Coming out of
the bat house where you see the bats.
There's a little path here.
Off to the side.
And there's a bathroom.
Into the best pooping bathroom ever. It's spacious. It is amazing. And there's a little bit of theming in there as well.
Let's see what kind of theming we have. Okay, we're going to open this up.
Hopefully no one's in there. And didn't lock the door. There we go.
A little bit of theming.
Look at this.
Ooh, theming.
Exactly. Changing station. You go poo and pee. You got 2 people doing it at the same time.
Yeah.
Or 3 if you do one
in the sink.
Yeah, exactly. Best bathrooms ever.
As ferocious as this tiger looks, hidden Mickey.
And then over here, these are some of our Rajas, so our kings. This is the hunter here, so we can see his bow here.
Wait, so Raja means king?
Yes.
Because that's what the tiger's name is in Alen.
I guess so, yeah.
And aren't we in the tiger facility? Mm-hmm. Ah, it all makes sense. It all fits together.
Yep. So you can see his earring. It's a hidden Mickey, but on the side.
It's also kind of a hidden Joe Rogan.
Yeah, a hidden one. And then right underneath his, where his bow is, where his hand is, you can see a hidden Mickey inside in the bushes over there. So basically, right over here, another hidden Mickey right there. And on the other side, this Raja is kind of like the hermit, didn't really do anything. Another hidden Mickey in his ear as well.
We got more prayer flags.
See a tiger off to the left. That's our man.
He's hidden now. Another guy.
So this Raja is the one that's the architect. He's the one that built all the ruins that you see around here. So that's why he's holding that building there. And in the clouds right above his head, you can see a hidden Mickey over there. All the way
Are we on the left or the right? Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
I see
above
it.
his head.
Man, so many hidden Mickeys.
I know.
I think there's 3 on the more important trail.
Oh, there's more here. And on the other side over here, this is the Raja that opened up the whole entire trail to everyone for ecotourism. So you can see how he's caring for the animals and stuff like that. And right above the building, in the rocks, you can see a hidden Mickey.
Oh, there we go. I got it.
Peeking out over the rocks.
Right there. Bam.
And then another one over here.
Coming along. Hidden Mickey hunt.
And on this side, you can see some of the old artwork of basically when the king, the Raja, who was the hunter. But right above, in the top over there, in the leaves, you can see hidden Mickey right there.
Got one right there. Bam. That's pretty impressive.
Yep.
And all the artwork.
Yep.
And we're looking at a hidden Mickey here that's kind of hidden as my shaky cameraman. Oh, there it is. I got you. Right there.
Yeah.
That's the winner.
Now it's right there. There we go.
It's on this wall here.
Currently covered by a branch on the other views.
Yeah. But we here, we're dedicated to finding you the right view. And so if we have to zoom in over trees, jump over little kids, we're going to do it.
Exactly, yeah. So right now we're at the Tiger Bridge, and you can see in the mural the depiction of what happened to the first Raja, the hunter. You know, so he had a unfortunate, but end to his life.
This to me looks like 2 turtles having sex.
Yeah, but apparently it's a coffin for some small child or something. I have no idea. Yeah.
You thought you could stand the body up straight up like that.
Yep. But it's really 2 turtles having sex.
Yeah. Something kind of neat is Disney is always kind of watching you. So if you look up here, there's a hidden camera in this telephone pole.
It's a beam camera.
Yeah.
So this is what we call Tiger Rock, and you can see how a giant tree is growing through it, and it's actually a banyan tree to be exact. And it actually symbolizes how no matter what we build, like anything that's man-made that we build, nature always wins and grows through it and everything. And some more prayer flags in there. You can see all so each flag represents a prayer, an individual prayer. Okay, so inside, we're in Drinkwallah right now, and inside what you're seeing now is kind of like a procession. I believe it's either Indonesian or Thailand or Thai, but I'm not sure which one it is. But one of the two. And it's actually a real depiction of a procession. And then down here to the right, that is an actual real Indian actor slash dancer or whatever, and he's actually pretty famous in India. But no one here really knows who he is.
No, he could have been like Joe Schmo.
Exactly, yeah. But he's a real actor, which is awesome. So this is Flights of Wonder. It's the caravan stage. So
it's under refurb right now.
It's under refurb, unfortunately. But basically, what the story behind it is these traveling merchants are going around, and they're showing a little show showing all the animals from around the world, or birds from around the world. So he's kind of temporarily set up camp here to have their show to.
It looks like it's going to be a little more than temporary. It looks like they're building a roof now.
A roof now, exactly, yeah. Make it indoors. But over here, this path that we are currently on is actually called the Silk Road.
Oh.
And it's it's called that way because it's connecting Africa and Asia. So it's pretty cool.
And, well, we just learned a whole bunch about Asia. So now we're going to try to duplicate the same amount of knowledge in Africa.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Yeah. It might not be as much, but let's see what we can find.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so entering Africa here, seen by these giant doors here. This used to be a closed-off area for people to visit, and it was basically the fortress to start off for the castle. So these doors would be closed, and I know you're saying, hey Drew, you're an idiot. Those doors won't close the whole thing. What you can see on the ground here behind all of these people is the ability, there was a tower wall that was right here. So these big giant doors were closed, the tower was in the middle, and it blocked entry into the village of Harambe. You couldn't just get in here. But now it's opened up, it's now a village and a shipping port, and it's the home to the Harambe Wildlife Fund. So here we go.
So one really cool thing is about the Disney parks is that Walt Disney, especially at Magic Kingdom, he believed that he installed popcorn stands, typically in between lands. So it's kind of like you're switching movies, and as you're switching movies, you get refreshments like popcorn and stuff like that. So they kind of translated here in Animal Kingdom. So it's why you have like popcorn stand at the front of Harambe. We'll find some cool stuff in there.
Fishing port, told you. See, there's the fishing boat. They come up here to the Harambe port of East Africa. They go up the stairs, and that over there, that's customs. That's what that is.
That's one of my favorites.
One thing that's most impressive here is you can see all the way into Asia and see the
Asia Bridge
and the Tree of Life here. It's really pretty. I actually have a lithograph of this in my apartment, of this view right here. So this is like your typical welcome sign. You see these in America. It's like welcome to Ohio kind of thing. Same kind of concept here. Welcome to the village of Harambe. And I just like that they have all of the stores that we've got here. So the Harambe Theater, Wildlife Reserve, Tusker House, Kilimanjaro Safaris, and all of that. A good thing here on this sign. And you can see part of the castle is still here. These walls keeping people out, and you've got more of castle grounds here. What a lovely guy. I don't know. He's mad that we talked about his secrets.
I know.
It's kind of neat seeing all of the little castle parts on the ground here, because it used to stand tall. Something that also Africa is known for is reusing everything. So you see, like, the castle wall ruins here has now been turned into a dessert place. And just because something's falling apart doesn't mean that it's useless here in Africa. I told you this was old. This fort was erected in 1420.
Wilson, though.
Yeah, it's Wilson. So long. So this sign right here is kind of neat because the necklace, braces, and earrings is in reference to Joe Rody, creator of Animal Kingdom. He's got all these earrings, and so that's talking to. So here's another good shot for you of the reuses here. I mean, you've got castle parts, and then you have like the Mombasa Market. The lady who runs this, she's got the whitest building in town, and it kind of just goes along with it. So in Africa, they do a lot of talking about baobab trees on the safari. Well, they're actually all fake, but this guy right here is the real baobab tree. It always has leaves though because it rains most of the time in Orlando versus Africa doesn't rain all the time, which is why they depict them like this. Real tree, fake tree. So something really neat in Africa, as we stand here in the middle of the pathway like normal tourists, you've got these thatched roofs. Originally, they were real thatched roofs that were made by people actually genuinely from Africa. And something they do is they, when they thatch them, they don't use shoes and they use their feet as part of it. But because of OSHA standards in Florida, they had to be all harnessed up. They had to be wearing hard hats, but they didn't have to wear their shoes. However, also part of OSHA and Florida compliance is they had to be sprayed with some fireproofing, which then made all of the thatching rot away over time. So since then, it has been replaced with synthetic thatching that's not quite real. It doesn't look quite as nice, but so this is fake now, but it used to be real, which is neat. Alright, so this is the Pangani Forest Exploration Trail. Obviously no fruits permitted. The general theme here is that they are research students here studying these wild animals. So it's kind of neat because you see like all of these students are themed to be sleeping and living here. So you'll see like tents and cabinets and all of this camping gear that the Pangani students that are studying at this school are learning. Kind of neat. So here we are inside the research center of the Pangani Forest. You got a hidden Mickey on this backpack. Fun fact, I actually know the cast member who drew that on there one day when they were board at work. And so do you. Walt Disney World is home to many hidden Mickeys, but this right here, a hidden Jafar. And if I am good enough with editing, I'll put a picture of Jafar here so you can see what it looks like next to this guy. But that's a hidden Jafar right there. So right here, in between the fence, you can see like this meshy stuff here. It's a hidden electrical fence, so that way the gorillas can't get through what looks to be a normal, just kind of bamboo barrier. Has electricity on the other side. What we got here is the hidden turtle, which got his legs there, his shell, and his head sticking out. To me, it kind of looks like a poop coming out, but it's the hidden turtle. Alright, a new addition to Animal Kingdom. We got the Harambe market. We got this guy. I don't know the story about it. Do you know the story?
Yeah, so it's a hidden Mickey, technically, but not really.
I mean, it looks just like Mickey.
Yeah, because on the bottom it says that actually is Swahili for hidden, so it's hidden fellow.
Oh, okay. There we go. Theming.
Yep.
Alright, and then this guy right here, Mr. Mouse. And just to make sure, in case you were curious if you're watching, look at that satellite dish. Themed camera. And right there, another themed security camera right there in that cooler. Right in that hole. Alright, so we're at the Harambe Wildlife Reserve, which really means we're riding Kilimanjaro Safari. It's not really a wildlife reserve, but we can pretend it's the theming. But we're in line for FastPass now. This is the FastPass side. That's the peasant side. So, we're in line now. We're going to see if we see some fun things on the safari for you guys. Like this bridge. So here on the safari, something that's seen is this lantern right here. It's essentially like the dispatch light. It spaces them out. Once it starts blinking, that is when the truck is able to head off.
Now, if you do happen to drop something off the truck, I cannot stop to pick it up.
So we're just waiting on the light.
I will let one of the wardens know, and they'll do their best to retrieve that item, but there's no guarantee that you'll get it back.
Yep, so we got flash, and go.
Here we go.
Time to go.
We're gonna head into the Little Ituri Forest. It kind of looks like a log floating in the water, but his eyes sticking up.
The safari. And this over here is the male's pool. The male gets one area by
Can you
himself.
see him down there?
And then over here, it's the female's pool.
The Nile hippos
the
can weigh up to
females are in that one,
5,500 pounds. They hold their breath for 6 to 8 minutes at a time.
Female.
Cross
So we
their back
actually
during
keep
mating
the
season.
hippos separate because why?
We have like the most amount of hippos in either America or outside of Africa or something like that. So
gotta
we don't
keep
want we don't want them to breed.
No banging.
Exactly.
Straight through
We cock block.
at a whopping 6 miles an hour.
So it's a baobab
rather right,
tree.
that's a
but
baobab
it's
tree.
not real. It's fake.
Some of his lookouts straight from
We have,
predators that might be hiding in the tall
termite
grasses.
mounds here. There's one there.
Now they are
one
made
there.
out of soil,
Also not real.
poop, and
Concrete.
spit. We're gonna try to find our way out
It's
of
the
here.
world's only elephant bridge going under. World's
Looks like
only
there's
elephant
some red
bridge.
plate that's
Here.
on the walls. You see the tusk marks taken out of them. Yeah, it's an elephant record.
Elephant bridge.
But she's been with us since she was a
Flamingo
baby.
Island here is the largest. Is it the largest hidden Mickey on Disney property? No. Okay.
Now, there's been preliminary studies that when elephants see in the wild see
Oh yeah,
humans,
that's right.
they
Ignore that.
they
It is a-
turn their
it is a
backs
hidden- It's
to the
safari
humans, so you can't see how big their tusks are.
Is,
And that's
Flamingo
actually really
Island.
sad because that's showing us.
As we get off the truck here, it's neat to note the theming on top, and you got some over here. Every truck is different, slightly.
And the dirt.
In the dirt.
All the dirt is basically sprayed on concrete, and what they did was just paint it brown.
Sprayed on concrete, painted brown. All right. That's safari. All right. Thanks for checking out that video and all of our other videos here. But I hope you guys learned something. I know both of us kind of learned things
From
today.
each other. Yeah.
And you can see one of the two of us was a little more knowledgeable than the other one.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. If you want to follow me on Twitter at Drew the Intern, make sure you like us on Facebook, facebook.com/InTheLoopPodcast. We're on Instagram, In the Loop Podcast, and make sure you listen to our podcast because that's basically the whole point of the whole thing.
It's good.
It's informative.
Yeah.
This has been the village of Harambe. It's been Africa. It's been Asia. It's been the Maharaja jungle trip. It's been Expedition Everest.
It's been Zircozong.
Yeah.
The feet on the ground.
And see you guys later.
Toodles.